Welcome to Identity Matters with Dr. Kathleen Perry. Join in to explore one of life's big questions. Who am I really? The Identity Matters podcast will show you that you are and always have been innately whole and worthy just as you are. So slow down, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to Identity Matters. I'm your host, Dr. Kathleen Perry. I'm not sure where this episode is going to go, but right now it feels like I'm going to talk about grief a little bit. Yesterday would have been my 16th wedding anniversary, and in a month from now, it will be 6 years from the date that my husband died. So I got up yesterday, and I don't do this every year on our wedding anniversary, but for some reason, I was looking at our wedding pictures. We got married at a Lutheran church right on the beach in Guam, and I just had such a beautiful feeling. And I shared one of the photographs with a friend of mine and just told her, all the love I was feeling, and went about yesterday and enjoyed my day. And then I woke up today and I had an entirely different experience. So at lunchtime, I had agreed, today is Saturday and it's the day before Father's Day. We wanted to miss the Father's Day crowd. So I had invited my mom's boyfriend, may as well have been husband of the past 5 years before her death. I invited him to lunch today to celebrate Father's Day. And my mother died 3 months ago. Yeah, I had to think about that for a minute. So the first thing that came up was just realizing, oh yeah, she's not here. She's not joining us. And I sat with that for a while, and I missed her, and I loved her, just loved on her. Grief and love to me really feel like opposite sides of the same coin. I find it impossible, like literally impossible, to feel grief or loss or missing someone without feeling love for them at the same time. It feels like that, but it just makes logical sense, right? You wouldn't grieve or feel grief or feel like you're suffering from loss or really miss someone if you didn't love and care about them. So that was there. And then Jerry and I met, and we had an absolute amazing lunch. But then as we walked out the door, I hugged him for what's going to be the last time in 3.5 months, because I'm about to leave to go traveling, to go stay with friends in Colorado. And I'm really looking forward to that, but I just felt that pang in my heart. I'm not going to see Jerry for a while, and we'll stay in touch. So then the next thing that happened, I'm driving home, and I realized that my aunt had called me about 2 days ago, and she's in a nursing home. She had a stroke 12 years ago, and she's been in this nursing home in Michigan, in the town where both my parents were born. She's been there for 12 years. And she just moved to a new nursing home, and the place that she left, the conditions were not great. And so she's doing a little bit better. But there was just so much sadness there. And I guess you could put it in a category of grief, loss of life the way it used to be for her and isn't that way anymore, and our relationship not the same. So just kind of letting that one settle. And again, searching for that love that I feel for her. And that one was tough because I was just I was feeling sad that she's there and that her life has constraints and limitations and some chronic pain. And I just let myself feel it. I cried. I cried for her and I cried for me. Like, what if I end up that way someday? But mostly for her. So then I go on about my day, and the next thing I do is, as I'm getting ready to go out of town, I'm doing some organization in my office, and I find this file folder that says passwords on it. So I open it up, and it's something I had looked for a couple weeks ago and couldn't find anywhere. And it had the password, the 6 or 7 or 8 digit, whatever it is, number to unlock my husband's iPad. And I thought that it was lost and gone for good. So then a week ago, I spent an hour and 45 minutes on the phone with a wonderful technician from Apple trying to figure out how to unlock the iPad. His version, even though it's 7 years old, is newer than the one I have. And she was so kind. So we did a factory reset, meaning that we wiped out everything, all his pictures. He had one of those apps where you draw, and he drew some pretty cool stuff. And I had resigned myself to say, yep, I'll do the factory reset and grieve the loss of all the things on his iPad that I can't recover. So we get through all of that. She does the factory reset, and then we find out we still can't use the iPad because I have to have his email address and Apple ID, which at one point I had, but then I thought his Gmail address got hacked, so I had Gmail shut that down. Long story, and she checked with supervisors, and we both came to the conclusion that no can do, that iPad is no good. Well, I mean, thank goodness I didn't throw it away. I found the number thing to unlock it, and it worked. And I sat there and I said, well, I have this nicer iPad to use, but all of Mike's drawings and some pictures that I don't have, they're gone. Had to let go of that. And then I still felt love for him. It's his iPad. It's really nice. He always got all the brand new Apple gear when it came out. And so now I get the benefit of that. But the bigger thing that I want to talk about here, well, I don't know, just feels big right now. I have a friend, a girlfriend I've known for a long time, and she's offered to do something for me that is so generous, so big, so huge. There's part of me that doesn't feel worthy of her offer. But what I realized today is that I am waiting for the other shoe to drop. I am hyper vigilant about communication I'm having with her, and, I'm not in touch with her enough. And, is she changing her mind? And maybe I'm just too much and I ask too much. And what I realized is I'm bracing. It's not like I'm withholding love or friendship, but there's a part of me that realizes almost everything's impermanent. She could change her mind. The friendship she could end up being the most important person in my life for the next 20 years. And she could change her mind and say, yeah, you know what? This is too much. I don't think I want to do this. And I'd have to feel the loss, the grief again. But what I saw is that if I don't accept the offer, go into it with an open heart, which I really am doing that. But there's still this part of me that says, oh no, maybe not. This is kind of too good to be true. If I continue to listen to that thinking, which it really is, its thought in there trying to protect me. If I continue to listen to that and then feel into that, I lose twice. Because no friendship is forever. No friendship is going to stay exactly the same. So my heart's open and I'm going in, and I said yes to her offer, and I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it. And guess what? Love and grief, they're the opposite side of the same coin. And what I realized is the other shoe's not going to drop because there's no shoe. Thanks for joining me today. With so much love. Thank you for listening to Identity Matters. I hope you found this episode insightful. If you're ready to delve further into this journey of self-discovery and uncover your innate wholeness, I invite you to consider one-on-one coaching with me. Together, we can explore the unique challenges and opportunities in your life or your business or both. And through that exploration, help you align with your true self. To learn more about my coaching services, visit drkathleenperry.com/services.